press conference, of course, for Alexander Zverev. If we could take any English questions first. Thank you. Yes, do so.
Congratulations. Thank you. And I'd like to know if you're a little bit masochist. You always lose 2 sets to 1.
Masochist?
Yes, you always
What's
go
a
down.
masochist?
You go down 2 sets to 1 in Paris here, and then you win easily 4th and 5th set. How come?
I don't know what a masochist is.
Somebody who makes it very tough on himself and who enjoys it.
No, I won 6-1, 6-2 to 4th and 5th, right? So it was very easy.
No, but I'm saying, you always go down. How do you explain that?
I mean, yesterday for me, it was tough to play for multiple reasons. One, I had a stomach virus. Actually, after the second set, when I went to the bathroom, I threw up. So I had stomach pain the whole match, and I mean, as I said, I have to throw up, and then the night over, I didn't really eat anything, so it was tough for me yesterday. And second, on that number 1 court, I mean, I know that Wimbledon used to be played until like 9 o'clock, past 9 o'clock, but for me, because it's such a close court, for me, the court is dark at 7:30. So for me, we played in darkness for 1.5 hours. That's why I couldn't really see his serve, I couldn't really break him, and neither could he. So for me, the second and the most part of the second set and the third set, we played in darkness.
What do you think you did well in the 2 sets today?
Me?
Yes, yeah, you.
I was seeing the ball big. I was returning much better, as I said, because it was brighter. And then from baseline, I was hitting it big. And maybe rushed him a little bit more and, didn't give him as much time.
Taylor said that he felt you made an adjustment of stepping into the baseline more than yesterday, so he thought you made a technical adjustment. And the other thing he said was that he felt last night the ball was moving a little bit slower because it was cooler in the evening, and today, in the heat of the day, the ball was traveling faster, and these were important elements in the match. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, partly I stepped in because, as I said, I was seeing the ball much better, and I felt the ball much better on the racket because it was dark, and yesterday I was kind of searching for it, looking for it, especially on the returns, especially from the baseline as well. I was missing balls that I usually don't miss just because I felt it was quite dark. But it helped me a lot that we stopped after the third set. I don't think we could have played for much longer. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really panic because I thought, if I play much better than yesterday, and I knew that the conditions would help me as well, I could easily win that match.
Over here.
I know you wear glasses or contacts.
Contacts, yeah.
Do you think that makes it tougher for you to track a ball in low light than maybe other players?
I think we were both struggling, to be honest. I think we were both struggling on the returns. He didn't break me either, so but he would probably struggle on the returns even when it's bright, where I would probably make him play a little bit more how I did today. So I think that helped him, got us to a tiebreak in the third set, and got us to deeper stages in the second set as well. So for me, I have perfect vision with those contacts, and I've tested it, and I've done everything I can. So for me, if I wouldn't feel comfortable with them, I would probably do laser surgery or something like that. But I feel 100% comfortable. I play well in the indoor events. I play well at night sessions. I love playing night sessions. I've made finals in Miami playing all night. I've won the Madrid tournament playing only night session. I've gotten to the finals in Rome playing only night session. So for me, I actually like the light conditions and playing later in the day.
Okay.
You mentioned your stomach problem yesterday. How bad was the worst you were feeling yesterday, and how different were you feeling today?
Well, yesterday I had pain during the whole 3 sets, and then after the second set I actually went to throw up during the toilet break, which then I felt a little bit better, but I felt very low energy. And today in the warm-up I was actually maybe thinking about it not to play at all because I was very low energy. I didn't eat anything since yesterday, and but then I thought, well, if I don't feel well, it's going to be 1 set. If I feel better, then it might be 2. So I thought go out there and try, and actually the adrenaline pumped in, and I felt great out there.
You were saying about how close court 1 is. Do you think Wimbledon going forward should actually be looking at finishing court 1 at 7:30?
No, because there'll be a roof and there'll be light from next year. So I think from next year there won't be a problem.
5 straight 5-setters have won now, and they've all been in a really kind of a tight period. And there are varying opinions about whether or not you're out there too long, you're doing physical harm to your body, it's making it tougher for you down the road. But how do you see it? Does it give you this kind of, is it really good for your confidence? Do you see it as a positive, rather, whether it's keeping you out on court longer or not?
I mean, what can I do? I'm down 2-1 every single time when I play 5 sets. So I'd rather go 5s than lose in 4 and then be out of here and book a flight for me to go home tomorrow. So I'm in the tournament. I'm playing the 3rd round tomorrow, and that's what matters for me.
Do you feel more confident than now that you're down 2-1 than you did, maybe a month ago?
I mean, I won a tough match. That's all that matters. And obviously, winning a tough match sometimes gives you a lot of confidence, and that's what I feel today. I feel like set 4 and 5, I played great tennis, and that's what I'm going to take from this match.
Over here and then.
Sasha, I know the game is played differently than in the past, more ground strokes. Now it's hard to come into the net, but, Nadal and Roger, they tried to come in a few times, in this previous games here, matches here. How do you see yourself, do you work in adding more, variety to your game?
It says here that I came to the net 31 times, so that's enough for me.
Yeah, I would.
I'm not going to come much more than that.
Yeah, you obviously have huge respect for Roger. I just wondered, as a young player, what is the most inspiring thing about him? For you to look at, is it a part of his game, his mental strength?
The way he plays the game. I mean, he doesn't give his opponents anything. If he can win the 3 straight sets very easily, he'll do that. And he kind of has an ease to it. It's fun to watch him. It's great to watch him. So as a fan, as a young kid, that's what I always liked. Right now, I'm trying not to be a fan anymore. I'm trying to compete with him, trying to play against him, and try to find ways. So it's a little different now.
You're taking big steps in figuring out how to do better at Grand Slam tournaments. What are you learning? What are the things that you're figuring out about this that will enable you to progress further?
I mean, the difference between now and a year ago and probably a little longer ago is that when I'm down 2-1 or something like that, I don't really panic. I'm very calm. I try to find ways to win, and I think that's a very big difference. But players always learn. Players always try to find ways. Players always try to get better. I think even Roger now, at the age of 36, he's still trying to find ways to get better and to compete at the highest level. And I think if you don't get better, you stay the same. So for me, I will try to find ways to get better for the next 15 years, hopefully.
Sasha, can you talk a little about how important downtime is for a young athlete like yourself, and what do you do when you get away from the game?
You mean when I'm off, when I'm not on tournaments?
Or even...
off season, I go to the Maldives quite often, so that's what I do. But even when I'm at home in Monaco during the summertime, I spend quite a lot of time with the family on a small boat maybe, and just try to get energy, just try to have good vacation, and just don't be away from the sport really when you have the time. But then when you're back at training, when you're back at focusing and trying to do the best to get better, that's what you have to do, and not think about downtime. When you have downtime, think about downtime. When you're on the tennis court trying to get better, that's what you should be thinking of.
Okay, last English question. Yeah, thank you.
Golbis next.
Sorry?
You play Golbis next. Yeah. He was saying that he's known you for a long time, because he's your brother's age roughly, and so they were in the same generation.
What are your earliest memories of Ernest?
He came when he was like 18 or 19 years old, before the Australian Open. He came to Hamburg to practice with my brother, and he was staying in our house actually, and my mom was cooking lunch and dinner for him, so I actually know him. I actually know his family quite well. It's going to be a fun match. He's been struggling a little bit. I hope he can get back very soon. He's playing great again. He won 5 matches here with the qualies, so I wish him nothing but the best. But tomorrow I'll try my best to win.
Okay, thanks very much. We'll change language. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
First German question. Yes.
Just waiting until they're
Yeah, sure.
Unterscheidet sich die Vorbereitung auf so einen heutigen Tag bei so einer Matchsituation zu einem normalen Match, wo man bei 0-0 anfängt? Macht man da was anders in der Vorbereitung oder ist das dann exakt dasselbe?
Man bereitet sich vor in dem Sinne, dass man vielleicht die 3 Sätze sich schon mal anschaut, was passiert ist, wohin er aufschlägt, was gemacht wird, und dann kannst du dich taktisch so ein bisschen besser vorbereiten, aber die Vorbereitung selber ändert sich nicht.
Wie viel Zeit spendet man dann oder nimmt man sich dann für so eine Vorbereitung so auch so eine Nachschau des Films? Macht man das eine halbe Stunde oder setzt sich dann wirklich hin und studiert?
Nee, ich schaue mir die Dinge an, die mir wichtig waren während des Matches. Gegen ihn war es mir sehr wichtig, wohin er aufschlägt. Gegen andere Spieler wird es wichtig sein, wohin spielen die die Vorhand in der Situation oder wohin spielen die Rückhand oder was machen die, warum spielen sie einen Slice, solche Sachen. Gegen ihn war es mir wichtig, beim Return-Rhythmus zu finden und da sich Gedanken darum zu machen.
Wie sehen, wie Sie den heutigen Tag bis zum Matchbeginn verbracht haben, wie Sie sich vorbereitet haben?
Ganz normal. Ich habe geschlafen. Ich habe versucht, was zu frühstücken, habe ich aber dann nicht. Bin ich hierhin auf die Halle, habe eine halbe Stunde trainiert, habe mich dann wieder hingelegt, um ein bisschen Kräfte zu schonen, ein bisschen wieder Energie zu tanken, und dann war ich auf dem Platz.
Waren es konkrete Gedanken, nicht zu spielen, eventuell aufgrund der gesundheitlichen Situation?
Nee, es war mehr so, ich habe es mir irgendwann überlegt, aber dann habe ich mir gedacht, wenn ich mich schlecht fühle, dann spiele ich einen Satz, wenn ich mich gut fühle, dann spiele ich ja 2. Und dann auf dem Platz habe ich mich dann gut gefühlt.
Wie geht's dir jetzt? Ist einigermaßen okay, abgesehen davon, dass du schlapp bist und vielleicht
Ja, ich
essen
bin
solltest?
halt so ein bisschen schlapp, aber ich hoffe, ich werde was essen können. Aber mit dem Magen habe ich jetzt keine Probleme mehr.
Hatten Sie Kontakt mit Andrea Petkovic, die anscheinend...
Ich habe sie gerade gesehen. Sie hat mir auch gerade gesagt, dass sie auch diesen Virus hat und dass sie sich auch sehr schlecht gefühlt hat. Deswegen hoffe ich, dass wir die einzigen beiden Spieler sind. Aber ich habe auch schon bemerkt, dass in der Umkleide vielleicht 1, 2 andere Spieler sich auch nicht so gut fühlen. Deswegen könnte es da was sein.
Okay.
Ja, danke.
One more?
Okay, one more. Last question.
Ja.
Thank you.
Du hast ja gerade gesagt, dass du Gulbis so persönlich ganz gut kennst. Kannst du mal ein bisschen über sein Spiel reden? Das ist ja alles ziemlich unberechenbar. Ne?
Sehr unberechenbar, aber die letzten paar Jahre ist er mit dem Bresnik zusammen. Deswegen, ich habe ihn nicht viel spielen sehen. Er hat auch ein paar Probleme gehabt, gesundlich, und auch sein Ranking ist ein bisschen runtergefallen. Deswegen, ich hoffe, dass er wieder zurückkommt, weil auf dem Platz ist er halt emotional und halt so ein Mensch, aber er ist ein sehr guter Mensch, er ist immer nett, er versteht sich immer sehr gut mit uns, mit meinem Bruder, mit unserer Familie, deswegen wünsche ich ihm alles Gute.
Okay,
Danke.
thank you very much. Thank you.